Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yamla Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. By Hashem HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's the brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. By Hashem HaKodash. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. The thing that keeps playing in my mind as I think of a title is The Mystery of the Gentiles. Okay, and this is something that I'm quoting, something that was spoken of by Paul. Okay, the scriptures, Paul said that the Most High, gave it to him to make it known, the mystery which worketh among the Gentiles. All right, and what is the mystery that worketh among the Gentiles? Well, the mystery that work among the Gentiles is how Israelites are scattered among the Gentiles. Okay, and they look like the Gentiles. All right, but they actually descend from Israelites. Okay, and many people are gonna be and have been offended. All right, because these quote unquote Gentiles, which are actually Israelite foreigners. All right, well, the spirit has happened on a lot of them. Okay, and those that be of the circumcision. All right, knowing that they're Israelites. Okay, that have these narrow-minded perspectives, these lack of spiritual knowledge perspectives. Demons everywhere. These guys that have these lack of spiritual mindedness perspectives. Okay, they're going to be offended at the Israelites. Okay, I'll say this. You're going to have carnal people that are going to be offended as well. Because the scriptures say nation shall rise against nation. All right, kingdom against kingdom. Okay, which leads me to it reminds me of this scenario my wife had a dream about, and something that I can very well see playing out. Okay, what happened was, race wars had broken out, which I wasn't even planning on speaking of this dream. It's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, race wars had broken out. I believe what happened was Jake had finally reached the last straw of seeing police brutality played out, and for the police to get off without any justice given for the so-called black person involved, so-called black, Latino, or Native American, which primarily the victims we see of these harsh injustices are from Judah, okay, from the tribe of Judah. They usually choose Judites to publicly, castrate or kill, you know what I'm saying, and they end up being, the next person that gets their name chanted or who gets their face written on a wall, okay, saying R.I.P. All right, but nevertheless, okay, what happened in the dream was, it was obvious that the cop that was involved was guilty. Okay, but he pulled his strings, and the cop got off, and basically, it pretty much was all. What do I want to say? The word is, it was all basically open season. All right, on the other nations, particularly Esau. Okay, Jake was open season on Esau, man. Okay, and if you got if you got seen hanging out with or being cool with someone who was perceived to be an Edomite, then basically they were looking to get you as well. They were looking to put hands on you as well for being a traitor and hanging with the enemy. All right, which we know, never at the end of the day, the elect will be covered and protected, as the scriptures tell us. The angel of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him. Okay, so if you fear Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, the angels of the Lord are going to encamp around you and protect you. All right, so you don't have to worry about this. But you're going to have a lot of carnal Israelites, I perceive, that will get involved, if not physically with the beat downs. They're going to be right along, chanting along, and in agreement with the different things that's going to happen. And some of those people who's going to get caught up in this madness are going to be Israelite foreigners. Now, ultimately, you know, and you could pretty much picture what I'm saying, but I'll make it very point and to the point and clear. All right, Israelite foreigners who are going to be perceived as Edomites are going to be getting judged as such, because people's going to look at them as, look at this white boy, and or look, primarily, and then it's going to be harsh judgment towards them if they're not the elect. All right. So what's bringing this on? Well, I was out at Home Depot today, and there was this guy who came to check me out. Now, I didn't think nothing of him at first, but as he started talking to me, my spirit said, "This is a Jake," and through and through, that was an Israelite, man. He looked like an Edomite, though. You know what I'm saying? You have that. There's this guy on YouTube. He's an Italian guy. He be cooking with his he's going off, of course. He's in the world. He's a Gentile in the mind, okay, and in his flesh through the deeds, but not through the bloodline, in my opinion, okay, my belief. But nevertheless, he's an Italian dude. He be cooking with his shirt off, and he be with this other Italian skinny dude, and I believe they both could be Jakes. I mean, the other one, I don't know. He's kind of weird, but the one guy, he always says the word bitch. He's like famous for saying it, and I believe he's an Israelite, okay? And this guy I was talking to, he had the one earring in his ear, and he was just the way he was talking, man, and the way he responded to the little slang that I used, you know what I'm saying? He fully understood what I was saying. Because sometimes what you have is you have Israelites that are from different regions. Me, I'm not from here. I'm from the South. You know what I'm saying? And so there's certain things that I say, okay, like if I call everybody knows what a square is. A square, that's a very rigid, very not cool individual, okay? And but the way you say it could be, misinterpreted or misunderstood, I guess, or it can sound weird to people. But when you it's like Jake sometimes have this unspoken understanding amongst each other, where you can pretty much understand what somebody's saying without fully understanding what their lingo is. I just basically called somebody a square. I said, "Oh, square ass nigga on D da da da," and the dude, was just laughing with me. You know what I'm saying? He actually looked out for me on the receipt, on the price tag. It's Salakia, I'm driving. It's traffic. But anyway, he looked out for me on the thing that I bought. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, man, it left me with the feeling of he was cool. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was laughing when I was saying the intro. I don't know if you picked up on it. I kind of giggled or chuckled because I had thought about dude and I was thinking how funny he was. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, you're gonna have Israelites from these different places in the world. You know what I'm saying? From all over the world. Okay, that are gonna look like, you know what I'm saying, and sound like, in some cases, the heathen, man. And you're gonna have to get over the fact, all right, that you're gonna have to get over the fact that they're Israelites, okay, and quit acting like Israelites ain't scattered all over the four corners of the earth, man. The scripture said that they would be. It's true. All right, it's true. And you hate to see different groups, okay, saying that somebody ain't an Israelite because of what region they're from. Come on, man. If your daddy, okay, if your daddy today moved to Africa and went and had kids, okay, them kids would be technically from Africa. But what would be, this is a basic breakdown that we have to give people outside of the truth. So why do you have people that's quote unquote in the truth, they can't get these basic concepts? If an Israelite, i.e. your parents and your daddy, if your daddy moved to Africa right now and popped 10 African women, or even popped his own wife if she came with him, okay, according to how we understand things, you would then, you being the baby that was formed of that union, you would then be considered an African. Why? Because you was born in Africa. You would be considered a Nigerian because you was born in Nigeria. That don't change the fact that you are from the seed of Israel. It just so happened to be where you was born. Well, it's the same thing that happened, okay, with our forefathers, okay, that I just described. Israelites moved to these different land masses, or was driven to these different land masses, as the scriptures tell us. That the scriptures say that we will be driven to the four corners of the earth, right? So Israelites were driven to these lands. They recreated, they populated the lands, all right? And a lot of them didn't leave, just like you got here. Some of them did leave, but then you have it here where a lot of Israelites can't afford to move out of their own state. You know what I'm saying? Some Israelites barely can leave their own city, okay, to go to cities that ain't that far from them. All right? So you can't allow yourself to get into this narrow mindset that, well, they sound like Africans, so it must be African. No, bro. All right? You're going to have Israelites. They're going to have different cultures because of where their parents are from, or where they were born, okay? But their seed line doesn't change as a result of that. They're still the seed of Israel. And that's pretty much all I had on that. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. I don't want to do that too much. Hopefully the point was made, all right? And I'm going to say it one more time, just through the Spirit. Where you were born does not indicate your seed line, all right? And there was even the right of the foreigner that you had in the scriptures, okay? Where foreigners would have migrated from away from the land, you lose their rights to the land, but they would have to be repatriated, as you want to call it that. I don't know what word to use, all right? But they would have to be brought into the system, all right, in order to regain land rights from their particular tribe. Okay? That's all, bro. Y'all want to make it all complicated and do all this extra stuff. Okay? It's simple. Israelites moved away, lost their rights, they moved back. After a while, they get their rights back. Okay? That's pretty much it, man. So, Lord willing, that was edifying. Okay? Nigerians primarily are Israelites, all right? It is what it is. Scripture say, nevertheless, the gospel is, Hamashiach is preached, all right? But sometimes, and this is why they say great millstones, haters, and all that, because we be having to, correct these guys, but we're not doing it out of hate, we're doing it out of love. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end it there, man. All right. Shalom.